In 1992, an awesome game came out, and I thought it was great, even though it had horrible controls. But Flashback with its rotoscoping graphics looked great at the time. So I always love it when Amazon drops stuff off, especially after I kind of forget I ordered things. But I got the Flashback 25th Anniversary Edition. Couple years late for me, so we'll just call it the 27th Anniversary Edition. But I saw it and I knew I had to have it. Just because I heard some good things about it. So, like the metal tin, this is actually one of the things that sold me, looking like the SNES cartridge. The manual, fantastic manual, maps in it, controls in it, some sprite characters, things like that. And then, of course, your store bought case also. This actually just usually goes on a shelf. All the little dots on the box are pretty cool too. They were the sprites of the characters' positions. The metal case was one of my selling points. It was kind of nice how it had a spot for the cartridge, and you'll see it has a limited edition collector's card in there. I did try to pull it out, didn't come out, didn't want to bend it, but that wasn't the point of me buying it anyways, was for that. And then the manual I was a little disappointed on. It doesn't fit in there. It would have been cool if that actually fit in there along with the game. And then in the store case, you'll see there's the game, and of course, I got to do my taste test, and it actually tasted awful when I tasted it, just like all the cartridges do. If you're not familiar with that, that is actually by design so children don't actually put it in their mouth and keep it in there. But I snapped the game in there, and another disappointment was that just me slapping it shut, shaking it around a little bit, the cartridge came loose. So not only does the manual not fit in there, the cartridge doesn't stay in place either. But I didn't buy it to keep that stuff in there anyways, and I'm going to have the manual out just because it has the maps and everything. In the cartridge, I keep it in a portable case. So when you fire it up, you get the same graphics that you did off the 92 cartridge, which was really cool. And then there was some bonus things here. One of the things it asked was how you wanted to play your experience. So I tried it out with the modern, and I keep saying 92 and it says 93. I could have swore this came out in 92, but we'll say 93, whatever it says there. But it is really cool with those options. I went with the modern, better graphics and stuff. And then for me, I suggest easy on this. It doesn't really change the gameplay, it changes your rewinding. And this game is very unforgiving. The controls are, they're not the best controls. It wasn't known for that. But it was still good. I did like the tutorials, because I don't read manuals that often, and it kind of shows you all the moves. But after you, and it doesn't just stop, like it'll show you a few times. I still can't descend. But in the manual, it shows you all the features in there too, like how to do the elevator, how to jump, how to do longer jumps, things like that, jump and hang, and also how to throw stuff. Talks about your interactions, inventory, and all those things. But one of my favorite parts, like I mentioned earlier, was the maps. The maps are actually great. I never had a manual with mine. I had the box and I had the cartridge, never had a manual. And even if I did have the manual, I don't know if it had the maps in it, but this was a great feature because it is kind of a maze. And as much as I enjoy playing the game, I would like to actually get further. I'm not opposed to difficult games. I just really like that. But here is everything. You got the box, the tin, the store box, and the manual. Better get another shot in here with the Switch playing the new version, the 25th Anniversary Edition, with the old 92, 93, I'm going to have to look that up now, cartridge from the SNES. I do have the Genesis version somewhere. I have to dig that one out too and maybe do a comparison on it. Then here's a closer look of Flashback with the cartridge next to it. My cartridge is actually in fairly decent shape still. Of course, a US Gold game. I love how many games they made back then, especially on the Game Gear. But other than that, if you liked the video, please hit like and subscribe. And I might be changing the schedule from, instead of Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon and 8 on Saturday morning, I might be just doing Wednesdays at noon and probably stick with the 8 on Saturday morning, just because I know I like to wake up to my videos, even though they're not cartoons anymore. Otherwise, thanks.